All right, welcome to my stream. So, a little weird to be streaming on a Monday. So, last week was MLK Day, and I. Oh, that's fun. Heard myself. So, last week was MLK Day, and I worked on that day, and it was supposed to be a day off. So, today is my day off. So, I'm going to be streaming some drum kit, and I'm specifically just going to be working on some charts and whatnot. So, I will be practicing along with some charts on my website that I will share for you. And I haven't played drum kit in like 2 months, maybe even 3 months. So it's been quite some time since I've done this. So I'm just going to have some fun doing some different syncopation variations. So a book that I like to use for this is this one. It's by Dom Moyo, so 50 Ways to Syncopation. And in the front of it, he's got a ton of excellent ideas for like how you can work up some different syncopation patterns and whatnot. So this is what I'm going to be going through just for funsies. And my screen is frozen. Cool. Okay, so my goal in this is just to share. Here are some of the things that I'm working on. Here are the things, how I'm doing this. I've been playing drums for over 20 years now. Drum kit is not my primary instrument. Rudimental drumming actually is. But I like to have fun on this. And today I'm sporting my little Ghost Note t-shirt. My own little merch. A little inside joke for drummers. Okay, so let me show you where I'm going to be using some exercises. So this is on my website, and let me put it in the chat as I drop my sticks. Okay, so I'm going to be using this page that's right here. It's not showing it. There we go. Okay. So on my website, I'm going to go to the drumming content, and I'm going to drum kit independence and charts. And so I'm going to be reading through the charts that are at the bottom right here. I'm first going to just warm up with some typical short long. So I'll play short notes on the snare drum, long notes on the bass drum. And that's all I'm going to be doing for this first part. So I'm just going to do some jazz, and let's do here. Make it full screen and pause. Okay, it's HD, cool. That's what I want. And let's scroll down. Let's try 180. I don't know how this is going to go. It's been a while. All right, so I'm going to actually mute my microphone using my foot pedal. And I can unmute. Okay, that's working. I didn't have the audio working. Let me try that again. It's been a while. I see somebody's watching this live. Let me know if the sound is okay on the drum kit. All right, yeah, it's been a while. Had a phone alarm going off at the end there. Okay, so not terrible, obviously not great, but I haven't done this in a while. So that kind of got the blood flowing. Now I'm actually going to stretch and massage and whatnot. It's good practice to do this. So I'm going to take my sticks, hold them in my palm, and I rotate down and rotate like this. This is a good stretch on the side of the arms. My arms are a little sore from yesterday's drumming rudimental chop stream. Okay. Oof. If I was playing traditional grip, I'd rotate this way, rotate the other way. This is good for just stretching that out. Now I'm going to stretch out the underside of the forearms. Move this a little bit. Well, it feels good to get back on the kit. It's been too long. It's one of those like instruments where like even if you don't play it well, like it's still fun to just make music on. All right, that's a good stretch for there. Now I'm going to stretch the top part. Arms are sore. Upper body day. Okay. Well, it's a little tight on the right arm. Right up here and back here. So I'm holding this one a little bit longer. All right, cool. Now I'm going to stretch the thumbs. And then the index fingers. And then the middle finger. It's weird. My other device is frozen. I try and monitor it to see how it looks. It's frozen. Interesting. Why is it doing that? I don't know. All right, I'm going to try closing this. Open. Okay. So after I stretch, I like to then massage. Wow, this thing's dirty. Ew. Okay. So what I'm going to do is, now that I've stretched each one of my fingers, I'm going to stretch out or massage out my forearms. That's still frozen over there. Cool. It's an old device, so I was like, hey, I could use this, give me a bigger screen so I can monitor to see how things are going. And, well, it's dusty, and it's just frozen. I see how it is. All right. Massage a little bit higher, just because of the upper body stuff that I did this morning. Okay. Oh, yeah, right arm is tight. forearm in particular. It's good to do this every time you practice, just to keep everything nice and loose. You really don't want to be tight when you're playing. It's just bad for you. Okay, so now I'm going to massage my palms. So massaging the back side of the fingers with the fingers, and then the palm side with the thumb. And then I go from base to tip, massage my way a couple times up the fingers like this. Oops. Sometimes I'll do 3 or 4 if it's feeling particularly tight, etc. Pinky. Now I switch hands. Okay. So what I'm going to do next is normally I go through like a warm-up and then stretch and then a post-warm-up. But I'm just going to do the same charts or the same speed of chart and the same type. So doing short on snare drum and long on bass drum. But I'm going to use charts 6 through 15 to do that. So right now I just played through 1 through 5 and now I'm going to switch. And I can do that pretty quickly by going over to here and just hitting next. And then scroll down and let's do the same speed. We'll see how it goes. But let's try this. Got a little off there. Well, that was interesting. Okay, so I'm going to do the next set of these. So I'm going to skip. And I'm going to go down. Show more. Let's try 180 again. We'll see how this goes. I'm too rusty. In the actual audio file that you can hear, there is a count off, by the way. That's not happening with my foot. I'm looking at this and going, nope. Okay, I'm going to slow this down. So let's go back to here. Stop. And what was that? 11 through 15. Okay, let's try, I don't know, 120. My foot is like, hey, you haven't played in a long time. Please don't play fast. Okay. 120. Much better. Still not great, not as musical as I'd like it to be, but it's a whole lot better than it was when I was attempting it faster. I like that little paradiddle sticking at the end of that one. Those tenuto markings, the little line, obviously indicate a longer note. The top line you can vamp on, improvise on, if you want. You don't have to. one was weird. It was a fun one, though. If I do say so myself, since I wrote it. All right. I'm going to take a swig of my lunch. Okay. So now that I've gone through these, I'm going to go back, pull out my book, and just pick a different one from here. So the one that I just did was number 2. So hi-hat on 2 and 4, ride cymbal, short notes on snare, long on bass drum. Cool. Let's try a different one. Interesting. Okay, so here's another one from Dom's book. So this one is saying short notes on snare, long notes on a hi-hat with the left foot. So let's try that one. I'm probably going to have to go slower for this. And this is Swung, by the way. So basically the same idea. And let's do 1 through 5. And let's go to 120. Okay. So I'm trying to get the shup sound while doing this. Oh, that one's weird. It's fun, though. Alright, let's do this again. Second chart. I said my hi-hat is moving. It was sliding. Keep sliding on me. All right, well, that one was an interesting one. It's a good exercise, but it's not necessarily like something that you would do for like a whole chart. Like maybe for one part in a solo, you might put some stuff on the hi-hat, but I can't imagine doing an entire song with that. But I never played in jazz band, so I don't know. Maybe you would. Secret's out. We didn't actually have a jazz band when I was in high school. I didn't play in one in college. All right. Okay, so now I'm going to find another one. Let's do... okay. So I'm going to do samba with the feet, which is that pattern without the rush left or rushed right at the end. And I'm going to do unison on the hands. So we need to go to straight charts. Let's go back here and all straight. And I have no idea what speed I should take this at. I haven't played samba in a while. Let's see, how would 160 sound? Okay. I did not ever play in jazz band, wifey. We didn't have one at my school. So drum kit is what I started on. And then I did that for like a year. And then I played rudimental and then fell in love with that. And so basically did only rudimental and concert stuff. And then it wasn't until after my master's and before my doctorate, like I had this in-between space when I learned drum kit. So I basically had a year, had several years of not playing it, and then I learned drum kit, and because it was outside of school, I didn't have a jazz band or anything to play in. Okay. This speed actually will work just fine. I like how in the stream, my wife is learning things about me. Thanks for watching, wife. Love you. Let's try 180. Oh. Go. Too fast. It's out of control. My right foot in particular is not really lining up the way I want it to. Let's try 160. Well, I'm glad you like watching me play. Thanks for watching me play. I'll watch you play too. We can both play at the same time and watch each other. That one's such a weird one. It's difficult because the doesn't line up with the meter. Slowly getting better. Still feels a little weird. Haven't done this one in a long time. Okay, so that is still not great. So I want to keep doing this one. So I'm going to do 5 more charts with it. So I'll just simply hit the next button. And yeah, we'll start at 160. So I am reinforcing this by just playing it again until it starts to feel a little bit more comfortable because it's been so long since I've done it. my right foot is like getting tired. It's like, hey, you haven't done this in a while. So I'm going to go ahead and stop that. So it got better until my foot started to get sleepy on me. So one of the things that you may have noticed that I was doing is when it got more comfortable, like actually being more musical with it. So as opposed to just playing the rhythms as is double stops, I would like crush some notes. So the longer notes, crush them, etc. So anything you can do to make it more like what you would actually do in a group, the better. Okay, so I'm going to do another one. It's one of my favorite ones to do. So it's a Baião pattern. And you add in it's a lot of fun to play. It's a little weird, but you're basically going right, left, right, both, right, left, right, both, right, left, right, both. So that's the pattern with the feet. And then you're just doing 1 and a 2 and a with the right hand, and then you play everything on snare. So let's try charts 11 through 15. I'm going to pause right here real quick. Okay. Full screen. Mute my mic. Otherwise, there's a little flammy sound. I changed my mind. Looking at this one, there's so much going on here with, if I played all of this on snare drum, then you just hear like, when it's doing like with the tenuto marks. So I'm not going to do these charts. I'm instead going to do, let's just do 1 through 5. Yeah. Sure, we'll go at 161. Snare lug is loose. Let's see if I can fix it. Sort of. It's a slow slot. It's so sloppy right now. It just doesn't feel comfortable yet. Yeah, so it just does not feel comfortable right now. So in this video that's here on my website, I talk through like how to actually develop limb independence and whatnot. And I haven't played, like I said, in maybe 3 months and like actually worked on this. So at least on drum kit, it just doesn't sound good because my brain has basically forgotten. Like, hey, what is this thing? How do you do that? Etc. So if I were to be practicing this each day, what I'd actually do is, like in Dom's book that I shared at the beginning of the stream, is I'd go through like one of these variations and I'd go through all 20 of the different solos in here. The equivalent would be like, okay, I'm going to just do the Baião pattern and I'm going to do it through all straight drum charts and do that for, right now there's 15 of them. In a couple more weeks, there will be 20 of them, etc. So after I get comfortable with that, then I just move on to another one, and I just keep flipping to different variations of these over time, and it just makes it so that eventually I get significantly better. Okay, so now I want to do a different one. So I've done some jazz, I've done some Latin. I'm going to do one that I've demonstrated in this other video. So this one is, the right hand is going to play eighth notes. So you're going hi-hat, ride, snare, ride. You could use like the Julie Spencer technique where you just kind of flipping your hand over, or you can keep it same technique all the way. It requires more arm motion. My left hand is going to play 16th notes filled in. Etc. And then my right foot is going to play the pattern. Whatever is written on there. Okay. Let's try straight drum charts, and let's try, I don't know, 6 through 10. I'm having a mini debate with myself. Should I do double time with charts or just read it as is? Let's try this. 2, 3. Okay. That debate I should have gone twice as fast. So let's try 6 through 10. And let's try it at 200. We'll see how this goes. It might not go good. That's okay. I'm practicing. I'm just doing it publicly. Doesn't sound great. Overly ambitious with my right foot. I'm going to slow this down. That's okay. I'm learning from this. Let's try 160. So that's 80, which is like a good funk tempo. And same thing. I think I can do 80 with the foot and control it. We'll find out. Okay, I want to pause right here to say what's going on. So my foot, this is like in the thing that I mentioned yesterday, and maybe even the day before, was like this gray area with drumming where you have like the slow and controlled, everything that sounds great, and then you have your fast technique when you're playing, and then there's that gray area in between where the technique is like not quite the slow technique, not quite the fast technique, and that's what's happening with my right foot right now. So my right foot is like, should I keep heel down the entire time? Or should I use like the Jojo Mayer sliding foot technique to get faster eighth notes? Which I haven't done in a while. And so this is where it's messing me up. This happens to be like in the perfect, like in between, in that gray area. And so it doesn't sound great. Okay, so good to know. I see I'm running short on time here. I'm going to attempt to improvise to a song. And I don't actually know what song I'm going to do. Let me pull up some music. Turn that on. Drum set. Which one do I want to play? I got a different window up so you can't actually see it. In case anyone's wondering what I'm looking at. What's this one? Is this a good one? Okay, so I'm going to play through the song Ffun, Ffun, by Confunction. Confunction? I don't know if I'm pronouncing that correctly. But that's what I'm going to play through. And it's going to start right into it. All right. So that's clearly just me messing around, having some fun, which is appropriate because it's called Ffun. Okay. So that stream was a really good indicator for me that I need to practice drum kit more because that was sloppy, but that's okay. I want to show you what it's like when I haven't played in a while, and then hopefully like a couple months from now when I actually have played more consistently, fingers crossed, then things will sound a little bit better. So thanks for stopping by. I hope you had some fun. The song name. Hopefully you learned something. If you have a question next time, I see there are a couple of viewers, feel free to ask them in the chat. Happy to like talk through how to actually practice and then demonstrate it because I need to practice more. Anyways, I should be on tonight, probably playing Fortnite with a friend or two, like Dr. Neurolab, which you can check out his stream here. Neuro. It's in the chat. Hope you all have a good rest of your day. And yeah, talk to you later.